What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into another episode of My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host, Sleazebomb. Today, we are going to be going over my tight end top 30 rankings heading into week 1 here. As always, guys, before we dive into it, make sure you tap that thumbs up, hit that subscription button. I'll be bringing you fantasy football content all year long to help you dominate your leagues. And if you guys have any comments or questions, doesn't have to pertain to this video, drop them in the comment section. I try to answer them all. And if you guys have not checked out our premium Discord, the Guys FF that I host with my guy, Big Draft Energy, my partner in crime. He also has his Big Draft Energy Best Ball Guide on there. We cover everything fantasy football, dynasty trades, redraft trades, draft with you, roster reviews, everything you guys need to dominate your leagues year long. For the rest of time, check out the link. It'll be pinned in the comments. It'll also be in the description, guys. And if you guys have not signed up on DraftersFantasySports.com, shout out to our sponsor, Drafters. Make sure you sign up with promo code SLEAZE. It'll match your deposit up to $100. You can do DFS with us, best ball, pick'ems, everything like that we drop in the Discord this year. It's going to be a big year, guys. Make sure you guys sign up on Drafters so you can get along with us here. And let's dive into my week 1 tight end top 30 rankings. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, this is my tight end board. Baller tier at the top, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. We are going to crank through 30 of them. And I'm really only going to talk about 20 because we are talking redraft here. And, you know, I'm going to go through 30 of them so you can see it all, but you're really not going to be playing these tight ends at the bottom unless, you know, desperation 32-man league or something like that. But that's why I cover them all for you guys here. And we also don't have, you know, defense statistics for the year yet, so I don't really have, I like to usually, you know, use week 1, week 2 as they go through them. So this is going to be based off 2024 additions made and game scripts I think that are coming for this season. Now, number 1, we're going to get hectic right away here because I love this matchup way too much. My tight end 1 on the week is going to be David Njoku. You do have Joe Flacco under center. You are playing the Cincinnati Bengals, whose defense is going to be anemic all year long. They're going to score points at will, but their defense is going to give up points at will. And I think in garbage time and playing from behind with the, you know, Browns probably playing from behind 90% this season, I feel like David Njoku is going to absolutely feast this year. I've been targeting this game. I've been targeting him in DFS all week long as well. Same with Jerry Jeudy, just because I love this matchup so much. And I'm going to put him as my tight end 1. Number 2 is going to be Trey McBride. He is my tight end 1 overall on the season. You are going to get the New Orleans Saints in this game. The only thing I hope and I fear that doesn't happen in this game is the Saints offense could be very, very bad. And I hope that Kellen Moore brings them out there. I hope they can, you know, at least stay in game somewhat here, because I fear if the Cardinals get up early, they just pound James Conner and Trey Benson here. But Trey McBride is still a volume hog, number 1 in points per game last year. Just didn't find the end zone. I think that number is going to change this year with touchdowns. Number 3, George Kittle headed down to the 12th man to face Seattle. And you've got Juan Jennings banged up. He went back to practice, so he's going to be out there possibly. You got Ricky Pearsall out there. Brandon Ayuk is going to be out for about week 6 is the update right now. Christian McCaffrey will be healthy, but Kittle's going to be the focal point of this offense, and he's going to feast every single game. He's going to be in my baller tier every single game. He's just that guy that will put up 15 points a game on the season every single year, no matter what. Number 4 is going to be Mark Andrews, and this is a game that I'm targeting heavily for pass catching ability here in the Buffalo Ravens game, the game of the week, Sunday Night Football. I mean, I cannot wait to see this game. I can't believe we're so close to football. It's crazy. But when you look at it, yeah, they have Zay Flowers. Yeah, they have DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, they you know, restructured Rashad Bateman there and gave him an extension as well. And I look at it like you have to look at Lamar Jackson's number 1 target when he's healthy. Mark Andrews was banged up last year, coming off a car accident as well. You know, he always has that little injury-prone kind of stigma to him, especially with his diabetes. It takes him longer to recover. But this is an AFC home playoff seed, you know, AFC championship battle right away. This is a monster game. Mark Andrews is going to absolutely feast in this game, and I feel like he's been undervalued all season long in drafts. Number 5 is going to be Brock Bowers. You're going up against Vrabel. This guy knows how to lock up tight ends. This is what they do. The Patriots are going to focus on Brock Bowers. Obviously, he's not a normal tight end. This guy's generational talent, versatile. He will line up all over. But when you have Geno Smith, who's never really targeted a tight end in his NFL career, they bring in Pete Carroll, they bring in Chip Kelly, who like 60% run offensive schemes, and they draft Ashton Genty. This is why I've been lower on Brock Bowers all year. He's still my tight end 2 on the year. I just don't like this West Coast heading to East Coast early game for Brock Bowers here. I think it's going to be a rough start for him, so I have him at tight end 5. Tight end number 6 to round out the baller tier is going to be Sam Laporta. You're going at the Detroit Lions are going up in a monster game against the Green Bay Packers here. And this is another one of those Buffalo Bills type Ravens situation here. You could be looking at an NFC Championship game. You got home playoff on the line in this game. And I feel like, and I'm lower on Amon-Ra if you watch my wide receiver video, because you got Ben Johnson out of town. Their offensive line is in shambles in Detroit. They're going to face Micah Parsons in the Packers defense. But I feel like with the pass rush that's going to get there so fast, it's going to lead to Sam Laporta being the focal point of this game instead of Amon-Ra, which is why I had Amon-Ra lower in my rankings and wide receiver side, and is why I like Sam Laporta in this game. Number 7, another guy that was massively undervalued heading down to tier 1 is TJ Hawkinson. I mean, this guy was coming off major injury last year, never really got to, 100%, playing limited snaps. And it's like people forgot that this guy's a top tier tight end. Now you have Jordan Addison out. They do bring in Thielen. This guy's DUI suspension for 3 games. J.J. McCarthy at the helm. And J.J. McCarthy in his first year, this is going to be kind of his rookie season, guys. He got hurt last year, didn't play at all. What do first-year quarterbacks look for? Their security blanket. T.J. Hawkinson was one of the best values along with Mark Andrews in the drafts this year. Number 8, my dark horse tight end 1, Evan Ingram. It's just the week 1 matchup here that I don't like. I mean, you're still starting him, right? But I just feel like the Broncos could run the Titans out the building. This is Cam Ward's first rookie start. They're going at Mile High. They're playing against the number 1 defense in Denver, also with the number 1 offensive line. Bo Nix emerging, Cortland Sutton, maybe Marvin Mims is out there. We don't know how the wide receiver 2 and 3 is really going to play out yet. But I would put Evan Ingram a lot higher in a game where I think it's going to need more. I just don't think they're going to need that much to beat the Titans this week. Number 9, Tucker Kraft, one of the breakout tight ends I have that I absolutely love this year. And this is, again, going against the Detroit Lions-Packers game here. And this is a 47.5 over-under. They think the points are going to fly. And you've looked at what the Packers are doing this season. They leaned on Josh Jacobs' big shoulders last year because Jordan Love went down week 1 in Brazil. And they became a run-heavy team. They showed you in the draft what they want to do this year. They go out, they get Matthew Golden, they get Savion Williams. They want to pass the ball. They want to save Josh Jacobs for down the stretch, which is smart. And you saw Tucker Kraft get touchdowns in the preseason on the first drive with Jordan Love. This guy's an athletic specimen, man. He's going to be a special tight end this year. He's going to crush his ADP, and I like him at tight end 9 this year for the Packers. Number 10, the other tight end that I was targeting heavy along with Evan Ingram is Tyler Warren, the Penn State absolute stud tight end. And you got Danny Dimes at quarterback. And if you listen to any of my live shows and what I've talked about through Next Gen Stats and how Danny Dimes looks to the outside, this guy is red accuracy percentage on the left side and the right side. He thrives green, his best percentage, 83% across the middle. That is what Danny Dimes does. That is where Tyler Warren will live. That is why I like Josh Downs and Tyler Warren so much this year for the Colts and not the outside kind of receivers here because of the situation you have with Danny Dimes. And Tyler Warren, man, this guy can run the ball. He may even throw a passing touchdown. I've said that he'll throw a passing touchdown this year, throw a bet on it, and I like Tyler Warren so much this year. Number 11, we're sticking with that Ravens game, man. 50.5 over under. Dalton Kincaid. People forget that Dalton Kincaid played injured all last year. Played through the injury all last year. So you saw a little more Dawson Knox. I think he's going to go away more this year. I think you're going to have Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman finally break out. And when you're in a Sunday night football game against the Bills and Ravens, it's almost like a start for me because the points are just going to be flying. And he could find the end zone very, very easily in this game. Number 12, Jake Ferguson. And I talked about this yesterday on my guy's show. So you're going up against the Eagles. You got Quinyon Mitchell. You got Cooper DeJean. You got George Pickens. You got CeeDee Lamb. They got to worry about these two guys. And Dak Prescott loves his tight end, guys. Absolutely loves. Look at this last year at the start of the season. Him and Jake Ferguson, he was almost averaging 7 targets a game. That's bonkers. Obviously, now you have, Pickens out there. Could take a couple targets away. But I feel like in this game, this is going to be a game where Jake Ferguson across the middle is a startable tight end, and I really, really like him this week. Number 13, yep, I had him on a sit-em, and yep, I'm lower on Travis Kelce in week 1 at Sao Paulo, Brazil. You're playing the Chargers. The Chargers lock up tight ends. They know Travis Kelce. They played against this guy for 10-plus years, twice a year, sometimes in the playoffs. I know there's no Rashee Rice. And without Rashee Rice, you're going to think, oh, my God, Travis Kelce's going to see more volume. He's going to ball out more. I don't even know if this guy's even interested in football anymore. He's getting married. He's in movies. He's in commercials. I mean, he's pretty much at the last stretch making, married to Taylor Swift. They don't, how much does he really care about football here is another question I have, which is why I stayed away. But Xavier Worthy, they're going to have to gadget play for him. Jalen Royals ruled out as well. Maybe you see some Juju Smith-Schuster. Hollywood Brown banged up. I just think it's going to be a very, very ugly game here in a division matchup between the Chargers and Chiefs here. Number 14, Kyle Pitts. One last dance, baby. One last dance with Kyle Pitts. It looks like Darnell Mooney will be day-to-day, maybe out there for week 1 against Tampa. Tampa's strength is versus the run, not versus the pass. I mean, you could start Kyle Pitts if you want. I'm not against it. It's just he's so up and down. I hope he has a breakout season here. And I think it's going to be the Drake London show 100% in week 1. Now, from here on out, we're heading into tight end 15, so this is kind of nitty-gritty range, unless you play in like a 16-man league here. I'm going to kind of run through these pretty quick for the last 15 here to get to 30, but I will rank out 30 for you guys. Number 15, Dallas Goedert, a guy I never really drafted, stayed away from. A.J. Brown's back out there. Devonta Smith's back out there. You're playing the Cowboys. This is going to be a Saquon Barkley game, in my opinion, especially with Micah Parsons gone. I never really feel comfortable starting Dallas Goedert, but I have him at tight end 15. Tight end 16, Zach Ertz, the quote-unquote cheat code that's been there for Jaden Daniels, but now you have Terry McLaurin, now you have Deebo Samuel. Who knows what their running back depth chart is, but you're playing the New York Giants, and I think it's going to be a game where the Commanders just control the clock the whole time and dominate this game. So, if Zach Ertz doesn't score early, I'm afraid he's not going to score at all. Number 17, Hunter Henry. I really like the Hunter Henry start because I think he is going to be Drake May's security blanket. Obviously, they've added new weapons of Kyle Williams, Stephon Diggs. They get Efton Chisholm in the draft, and then they bring him back to Mario Douglas. If the Patriots can come out flying here, hopefully Henry can score. He's kind of a startable if you need to tight end for me. Shouldn't be on your waiver wire, that's for sure. Number 18, interesting play with Mason Taylor. So Mason Taylor, rookie out of LSU, you're going up against Pitt. I've said all week that I cannot stand this game. This is a grunge game I do not like. But when you have Darius Slay, Porter, all three of these stud corners for the Steelers, the middle of the field is what may be open when Garrett Wilson's the target. So I like, Mason Taylor if you need to start him over like a Colston Loveland. That's something I'm kind of interested in. But, besides that, that's my only way I'm starting Mason Taylor here. Number 19, Chiga Okonkwo, playing Denver, going to be rough. They're going to focus on Calvin Ridley. Could he, get some volume in this game to be startable? Possibly. Don't feel comfortable doing it. Number 20, Britton Strange, going up against the Panthers. We got to see how this offense plays out. We got to see Travis Hunter out there. We got to see his usage on offense. We got to see BTJ. We got to see Diami Brown. I do like Britton Strange for a breakout year. I just want to see it first. That's why I have him at number 20. Number 21 was my breakout candidate of the year last year at tight end, Jatavion Sanders. Your same game, you're getting Jacksonville. There also could be rain in this, guys, so pay attention for the rain update in the Jacksonville Panthers game, which really would hurt all the fantasy stats, in my opinion. But, with Adam Thielen out of town, could Jatavion Sanders emerge with Jalen Coker on IR? Could. I don't feel comfortable starting him in the redraft, though. We're going to rattle through the next of them here. Kate Otten. I'll talk about Colston Loveland here. Colston Loveland. So, Minnesota does hemorrhage points to the tight end last year. But Ben Johnson loves the 12 personnel, runs the fourth most two tight end sets. So you will get Cole Kmet out there. You got Romo Dunze, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, who catches the ball at the backfield a lot. Luther Burden, Zacchaeus. We don't know how that wide receiver 3 role is going to play out. I don't feel comfortable starting Love. He's really touchdown dependent and something I'd rather just have a volume play, like a Mason Taylor play. That's what I'm talking about. He'll probably see more targets. Number 24, Jawan Johnson. 25 and 26, Pat Freiermuth and Jonnu Smith in a Arthur Smith-led offense. I'm staying away. 27, Dalton Schultz. I don't know how much he's even going to see the targets at all this year. Is very little. Last year, I think he had one game over 10 points. Rough with him. Mike Gesicki, they had Noah Fant. You got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins out there. I'm not going to start Mike Gesicki unless it's kind of a best ball or DFS cheap play, hoping he hits a tight or a touchdown. Theo Johnson, interesting, but you still have Neighbors and Wanda Robinson is going to eat up all the targets. Could he possibly break out? Yes. And then last but not least, Elijah Arroyo. AJ Barner. We don't know how that's going to go either. And I have Isaiah Likely here in my camera below to the right because he is out for week 1, updated today. Could be back week 2, week 3. We don't have the full update yet on him. But that is my top 30 tight ends. Thanks for rocking with me today, guys. That is the end of the episode. That is my tight end top 30 rankings heading into week 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, guys, hit that thumbs up, smash that subscription. That way you catch all my live shows, all my videos, turn the bells on. Football is one day away, guys. We will also be live tonight going over our Bull Rush Survivor Pool picks heading into week 1 on Big Draft Energy Show. I will be live tomorrow for our first ever on the season Q&A. I cannot wait for it, guys. Hope you guys are in there, man. As always, guys, check out the Discord. Make sure you sign up on Drafters. And thank you guys for listening, man. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I will be dropping my defense and kicker rankings, some smash starts this week, some sleeper plays this week if you need as well. And that's it for me in this episode, man. Sleazebomb out.